was formerly chaired by
The news report did not go down well, sparking a viral outburst online from social media critics. In the supplied footage of the interview conducted with the Treasurer, Ling Stuckey says of the 45.5 million kina budgeted by Cabinet for COVID-19, 23 million kina was released. While there were concerns of funds not being released quickly, Treasurer Ling Stuckey states the holdup was with the Department of Health setting up a trust account.
The Department of Health did not want and preferred to have the funds placed into a trust account. Yeah, and the purpose of that is when funds are placed into a trust account, you can access those funds a lot easier and a lot quicker. And so clearly that's what we wanted, yeah, rapid disbursement under a C-19 epidemic, yeah. So obviously the entire cabinet supported that, but from the Treasury portfolio's perspective and from finance, and if I could speak on behalf of my colleague, Finance Minister, whilst we wanted rapid disbursements, given the background of some of the things that have happened within the Department of Health and just generally wider, we wanted to ensure that when we talked about rapid disbursements, at the same breath, we want to talk about rapid acquittals to send a very clear signal that we don't have a bottomless pit of money sitting out there for C-19 that might be misused.
Treasurer Ling Stuckey went on to state that during the Budget Committee meeting, which consists of the Prime Minister as the Chairman and the three Economic Ministry, conclusive of Treasury, Finance and National Planning along with departmental heads, concerns were raised of a large number of vehicles being hired and allegations of media contracts being issued out.
The last thing I want is that the funds that the multilaterals are giving to our country to be used to help our people in the C-19 pandemic is used for that purpose and none other. So, quite frankly, I'm happy to share this with our people. Sitting down in some of our Budget Management Committee meetings, I'm advised by staff, when for example, the 10 million kina was released, all of a sudden they're counting a whole number of and large numbers of vehicles being hired immediately. Now, I don't want to interfere here. I'm sure in such a pandemic, we won't have enough resources in each department. There's times when we need to hire cars. I'm happy to do that. We're hearing all sorts of noise about media contracts being issued out, to various elements in our community.
The Treasurer then raising concerns of whether hired vehicles and media contracts were a priority against personal protective equipment and other vital medical supplies.
Sometimes I sit back and have a look at it and I ask myself, are these the priorities, hire cars and media plans, or are our priorities ensuring that PPEs, personal protective equipment, gets out there? Isn't it our priority that testing kits get out there, especially when we're hearing, out in the provinces, our provincial health authorities and those behind and in the front line of C-19 are not receiving it. I sit back as Treasurer and I try to understand the problem, and I'm not one to interfere, but I'm on standby to step in if I feel things are not working the way they should be.
Prime Minister James Marape, after being asked by MTV on the Treasurer's statement, the Prime Minister pointed a finger to the interviewer, stating that the Treasurer's statement was taken out of context.
Those sort of questions out of context and spin it totally beyond what he spoke. And let me put this to the media. You've been doing a good job thus far. Don't misquote someone. Don't write your own words into someone. We're also taking stock of what the Treasurer spoke and what was actually reported by PNG Loop or whoever started this report. So for the media, write correct informations.
The Prime Minister then taking to his social media account to give a breakup of payments from the 23 million kina to date, which include 4.2 million kina paid to 21 provincial health authorities, 200,000 kina paid to NCDPHA, 1.5 million kina paid to New Guinea for freight costs, 100,000 kina paid to St. John Ambulance, a little over 150,000 kina paid to WJ New Guinea for upgrading POM Gen Isolation Ward, close to 1,500 kina paid to More Business for printing checks. Total of the 23 million kina spent being 6,151,951 kina 80 toya, balance remaining 16,748,048 kina 20 toya.
There's a health department, please supply our media this information so they know it's their money, it's public money. And I think from now on, this sort of reporting too, we will make to the media so everyone knows what is happening here. So that everyone is satisfied that whatever little money we're pulling through is not being wasted elsewhere, but it's spent for the COVID-19 process.
Currently, MTV understands that all mainstream media have been providing free coverage of press conferences and awareness programs as community service, and the media contracts in place were paid to a private production company. Anet Kora, National MTV News.